Welcome to City Beat. I'm your host, Jaret Schneider, and joining me today is Mayor Tim Johnston. Welcome, Tim, and thanks for coming.
Thank you.
First, I'll give you a chance to talk about things that have happened over the past week, as well as anything that might be coming up.
Well, with the fall season upon us, things are getting back in terms of activity in and around Thompson. I can advise that last week there were a number of meetings that were held. We welcomed Minister Stephen Fletcher to Thompson last Friday. We had a chance to give him a tour of the Thompson Regional Community Centre and acknowledge the contribution by the federal government to that facility. We also had a good discussion on infrastructure projects that might be coming up over the next number of years that Thompson may be eligible for, as the minister is responsible for infrastructure and the new infrastructure funding program by the federal government. So I look forward to further discussions. Saturday I had a chance to participate along with yourself in the Walk a Mile at the YWCA. Thanks to the board and the staff, especially Arlene Ketchmar, for the work done in organizing that event. And great event. Appreciate the walkers as well as those people that sponsored the walkers. And great event, but again, the event is designed to increase awareness on violence against women and girls, and I appreciate the work that the YWCA does along with some of the other agencies, the Crisis Center, as well as MAPS, and we need to continue to focus on this area. We have it as a priority in terms of domestic violence, and so the awareness and the opportunity to do that during the event was much appreciated. On Monday the 17th, we're back to our regular schedule of council. We meet every second week, and so it was a rather long meeting, but it was a very good meeting. I was very pleased at the start of the meeting that we had a number of delegations present, and I just want to highlight two of those, three of them. One being I had the opportunity on behalf of the Governor General of Canada, along with Chief Thompson, to present Al Meston with the Queen's Jubilee Medal, and I think there's no one more appropriate than Al in terms of his commitment to this community over many, many years, and so I was very pleased to partake in that, and pleased to see Al and his family at the event, as well as his colleagues from Thompson Fire and Emergency Services. Also on Monday, we had the opportunity to present the Operation Cleanup plaque. Last year we were challenged by three young women in our community to support their initiative to encourage the school grounds to clean up the areas, and I was very pleased that last year we toured each of the schools. As I said on Monday, I was so impressed last year. I think it was the second last day of school, just how clean the school grounds were and the commitment that each of the schools had made. Very pleased to award the first annual Operation Cleanup award to Deerwood School. I want to acknowledge the students, Carrie Allard, Marley Farkas, and Brittany Johnston, for the initiative in getting this program going. I also want to thank trustees Nolan, Tucker, and Brady for attending that event as well. And the last delegation we had was Chris Blake was there on behalf of People First Thompson, and appreciate Chris's commitment to accessibility and some of the issues regarding accessibility in our community, and we were pleased to have him announce that the work on Princeton Drive as well as Brandon regarding making the sidewalks more accessible has now been complete, and we'll continue to work with People First in terms of enhancing our community in terms of accessibility. So those are some of the events over last week. One reminder for this weekend: the Household Hazardous Waste annual collection day will be held Saturday 10 to 2 at City Hall. Encourage people to go through maybe the basement or the garage, pull out some of those old cans of oil or paint, and bring them down to the event. Again, it's only held once a year, so I encourage people to get out.
204-677-8181, taking your calls directly to the mayor. Yesterday, you spoke at the Liquor and Gaming public meeting over at the St. John's Church. How did that go, and what do you hope the government will do in regards to our needs in Thompson?
Well, I expressed our appreciation that the province of Manitoba is conducting the consultations into the new joint corporation that will house both the former Manitoba Lotteries and the Manitoba Liquor Control Commission. I was pleased that Thompson is one of the 6 communities where they're conducting the consultation. On behalf of the City of Thompson, Deputy Mayor Fensky and I had a chance to make a presentation and really highlight some of the concerns that we have as a community with respect to both the social response of those two agencies, as well as public safety and the issue of consumer needs. So from our perspective, I think people won't be surprised that we really pressed hard for a detox facility in this community. We indicated our desire to move forward on the cadet program that is operating very well in Winnipeg. And again, really stress the impact of addictions on Thompson, and so I was appreciative of the opportunity to provide that presentation. I look forward to the findings of the consultation. I anticipate that it will be used to draft the new legislation, and I think we really wanted to focus on ensuring that the new corporation takes that matter of social responsibility seriously. We indicated we would like to see it related to the amount of dollars that flow out of a community in terms of sales or revenues related to lotteries or the MLCC, and see a portion of that return. So I look forward to ongoing discussions with the province, and I appreciated the consultation.
204-677-8181, taking your calls directly to the mayor. As far as liquor and gaming goes, what are the steps we can do as residents to get to where we need to be?
Well, I think that we need to really stress to the province of Manitoba the impact that addictions has on this community. And I was very appreciative this morning. I was copied on a letter to the Premier from a resident noting the need for the cadet program. And I've acknowledged that we need this community to be united in our push for a detox facility and the cadet program. So I think that one is to ensure that we pass along to the province of Manitoba. This isn't just a City of Thompson municipality or corporate government issue. This is a community issue, and I appreciate any support we can get from local organizations or individuals to really convey to the province that we need them to step up and deal directly with addictions, and the two projects that we're looking at, really the detox and the cadet program, and obviously the other one that comes into play is the need for transitional housing for individuals in this community.
Absolutely. 204-677-8181, taking your calls directly to the mayor. 204-677-8181. This Saturday is the Household Hazardous Waste Day in the City of Thompson, and it'll be in front of the City Hall. People can drop off any hazardous waste they have. What do you expect from this event, and why is it important to have this every year?
Well, I know in my garage and my basement, things tend to pile up over the year, and often the issue is where do you discard? And so we're always fortunate that we have this on an annual basis. I've had the opportunity in the past to volunteer. It is amazing the number of people that participate in this, and I think that's great because it's practicing good environmental stewardship. So again, I encourage people to maybe take a look through their home and bring down what they have. It's as I said, it's an annual event, and it's always well attended. So again, encourage people to get out.
Yeah, they're not just something you can just throw away. 204-677-8181, taking your calls directly to the mayor. We have a caller, I believe. Gabriel, please ask your question and then hang up to hear the response.
Okay, are televisions accepted at the hazardous waste material? Old televisions?
I'm sorry, Gabriel, I can't hear the question. I believe TVs are still being received at the city yard on our Saturday mornings, I believe. That is considered part of the e-waste program that the City of Thompson runs on a regular basis, and those can be dropped off again at Public Works. I believe it's Saturday mornings, and I encourage people perhaps to give Public Works a call, 677-7910, just to confirm the hours of both the e-waste as well as the compost.
204-677-8181, taking your calls directly to the mayor. The Sunday shopping bylaw was carried to a third reading at the next city council meeting. I believe. What do you think will happen with that, and what types of response from businesses have you gotten from this?
Well, it was an interesting discussion on Monday evening. As you're aware, previously it had been defeated on second reading. Council moved, which is within the process, to rescind that resolution and bring it back for discussion, and so that was approved in first reading, and the correct process was followed, and then it also was read a second time. It will now be presented for a third and final vote by council, I believe, at the next regular meeting. As a part of that, we had taken down the survey when it was defeated. I've been advised by administration the survey will be back up. I encourage people to voice their opinion on Sunday shopping. It appears the will of council is to proceed on third reading, and so we'll see what takes place at the next regular meeting of council.
204-677-8181, taking your calls directly to the mayor. Have you heard any response from the businesses on this? Do they want it passed? Is it something they want?
Well, I think that, in all honesty, I've had some discussions with individuals, and I think as the chamber conducted a survey on their own, I'm not sure if there's a definitive answer from business or the general public. I seem to think that most of it has been mixed, and I think, in all honesty, through the two readings previously and now through these two readings, we haven't had a great deal of public input into it, which is unfortunate because I think that's supportive and it assists, and but at the end of the day, it will be what it is, and it'll proceed to third reading. It appears the will of council is to proceed. I know that there was some comments made when it was defeated on both sides. So as like any issue, you're going to get both sides in terms of offering opinion. In this case, I believe the will of council will move it forward.
Yeah. 204-677-8181, taking your calls directly to the mayor. We had the Walk a Mile event on Saturday. We were both in it wearing our red high heels. Maybe talk a little bit about that and what it means.
Well, this is a third event, I believe, and third annual event. And again, I want to acknowledge Angel Anderson, the board of the YWCA, in terms of hosting the event. It's a fun event, and it's a great fundraiser, but again, I think that we always want to remember the message, and the message is to really focus on violence against women and girls, and we all need to participate, and I think that that's one of the real keys about this event. It provides the opportunity for men in our community and to get involved and show their support for these initiatives. I want to say I was very pleased to see the Norman North Stars out at the event, and I know that community involvement is a big part of the program that they offer, so thanks to Stu Cunningham and the rest of the coaching staff and board for encouraging the players to get out, and I believe they also were at the Terry Fox Run on Sunday, so that's great to see.
Yeah, they were. I believe we have a caller. We have about a minute left, so maybe we'll just get to this caller. Albertine.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. I like the interview. It sounds really great. I was wondering about the detox center and whether you were working along with NKO or the other First Nation organizations.
Absolutely, and Albertine, I thank you for the question. I've had the opportunity to meet with Grand Chief Harper on a number of occasions. We've made a commitment to each other in terms of both personally and from an organizational point of view that MKO and the City of Thompson will support each other in advocating for the need for a detox, and also work cooperatively with respect to homelessness in this community. So we'll continue to do that, and I look forward to meeting hopefully very shortly with the Grand Chief since his re-election. And in order, I believe, to be successful in advocating to the province the need for the detox, this community, when I talk about this community, I mean Thompson and the North, has to come together with a clear vision and a stern commitment that we need this facility built, and we will have more strength and credibility with the more organizations we have working cooperatively, but also, quite frankly, with individuals coming out and supporting. Addictions is a huge issue in Thompson and the North, and I've said it before, I think it's absolutely shameful that the province of Manitoba, which earns a tremendous amount of resources from addictions in Thompson and the North, is not providing adequate resources to deal with the negative impact that we feel at the community level.
And thank you to Albertine for the call. That will wrap up this week's edition of City Beat. Be sure to listen in next Thursday at 11:30. Thank you, Mayor Johnston, for coming today.
Thank you.
And for all the residents, enjoy the rest of your day.
Next Thursday morning at 11:30.